So perfect time to be tired, because today we're doing an experiment. This is actually not a joke. This is not a joke. Today we're playing this game as legitimately as is reasonably possible to do so. We are going to... There's no Bladezval today. There's no Mr. Red today. There's no Reximus today. We're just going to go through this and suffer. And I think this is the first time I'm going to get to show you what's going to happen when I've been talking about this whole time, when I talk about the concept of doing a quest to do a quest. So, let's go ahead and do a couple cutscenes, and then go do another quest so that we can do a quest. I'm telling you, attunements. It was just the norm back in the day. Frisch! Oh, hey everybody. Thanks for coming to visit. I've been so bored here, all alone in my room. I'm relieved to see you're feeling better, Lady Frisch. Please, let me apologize for my actions on Cape Reverne. I did not realize after returning to Tavnazia that you would meet such a fate. You didn't realize? Does it look like I had an idiot either? I was trying to protect our criminal buddy, Lore Runner. Who'd have thought I'd be the one to get caught? I'm not a... Oh well, I'm sorry I got you guys all worried over me. As everybody already knows, I'm often referred to as the important one. So I was locked up in the cathedral for a while there. When Miss Maldurian became boss, she would often put me on the church so I could roam freely. It was pretty fun. During the Great War, I was able to help a lot of people. Before long, everyone had started to forget why they feared me. And yeah, look, they're never going to let me out of here again. Damn it. Prish, you were not the important one. There's nothing abhorrent about you. Yes, you were changed by that accident, but you're still Prish. Changed? Do you mean without that amulet? I heard from the Elder Despair that Lady Prish was troubled by grave sickness. That is... Ah, come off it, Top-Knot boy. Don't you get it? Laura, you get it, right? That's right, look at me. I haven't aged a day since the accident. It cannot be possible. The real reason I was locked up for so long is because I got too close to a certain object hidden deep below the church. I was about to turn it, and then, boom! Bright light. I was left like this. If I were Tataru, no one ever noticed, but I'm Elvon. After a couple of years, people started wondering why I wasn't getting any bigger. Amazing. I never would have imagined. Is that truly the reason for everyone to call you the abhorrent one? There must be... Could it not be that you're not only incapable of aging, but you cannot... Die? Hell if I know. I'm not throwing myself off any cliffs to find out. I got you, Prish! Boom! You know, since the accident, no monsters come near me. I guess you could say it's pretty close to immortality. For centuries, the emperors of my nation have searched for the secrets of eternal life. Never did I think I'd be standing before the secret. I can understand why Dispatch would want to hide you from the others by branding you with the title of abhorrent. To protect you from the teasing and the taunting of your peers, but more so that those who would use you for personal gain, like the emperors of countries such as mine. Well, wait a minute. How do we know you really came here to see Bahamut? You better not be thinking of auctioning me off, because I'm ain't for sale. Of course I would never do such a thing. My mission was to speak with Lord Bahamut. However, I did not know things would turn out as they did. What? Yeah, they met Bahamut. Yeah. That's awful, Valerian. And I have not told you about... Or, sorry. I knew about that quest. I have not shared about that quest. Unbelievable. Why the hell didn't anybody tell me what's going on? Tendon, if you want to start to apologize for something, apologize for not taking me with you guys. While I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, the whole world's turning upside down, and you're the ones having all the fun. Well, now it's time for Prish to get a piece of the action. I'll find that overgrown steam lizard and give me a piece of my mind. I'm sorry, Prish, that will not be possible. Lore and Sir Tenzin must return to the Northlands and do a terrible dungeon. Lady Prish, will you accompany us to the Northlands, if only for a short period of time? If we receive permission from Nagmalada, I'm positive the Elder Despair will allow Prish to leave this place. Fine by me, but why are we gonna go back there? That place is freezing. To meet the boy. Diablos and Bahamut may have refused to help us, but we cannot sit back and allow the emptiness to take over Vana'diel. Let's find that boy and learn the truth that lies within the will of Pramathia. The will of Pramathia? Do you not remember when the ruler of dreams told us the emptiness is the will of the Twilight God? It was literally the last quest. God, what's wrong with you, woman? Smack, 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 smack. And then Omena's like, no, stop. You're doing it wrong. Smack, 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 smack. And then Justinius walks up. No. This is how you do it. Smack, 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 smack. And anyways, his will can be nothing but pure evil. It is his will that calls the keeper of the apocalypse. The will of Prothia calls the keeper. Excuse me, milady, but Elder Despair has requested you not bother Lady Prish any longer. Smack! Smack! Smack. I just, every now and again, I'm just like, can we just kill the NPCs? It'd be so much easier. But they'd be evil. Yeah, but they're kind of in the way. Like, that makes it okay to kill people, right? That they're in the way. Okay, tell you what. Instead of killing them, can I just break their arm? Like, imagine Mr. Despair walks up. I will not allow you to save the world. And we walk, yeah, sure thing. Here, come here. What are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna go save the world. Anyone else want to be in my way? Okay, cool. Let's go. So what you really want to ask that boy about is what Pramathi is thinking, right? Well, put simply, yes. Instead of wasting time chasing some crazy boy, why don't we go ask Pramathi ourselves? I know where I can find him. What? On Misery Coast, there's a cave leading to the Sacrarium. Head there and you'll find out what I'm talking about, but don't forget your preparations, unless you really want to meet Pramathia. Just not this world. Okay. By the way, I love this. This is so frustrating to me. And this is one of the reasons I was getting so pissed at this game when I was doing my prep work. So it's like, here's what you do. So I'm reading the walkthrough, right? Word for word. It's like, okay, examine the door. That's what we just did. Travel to the coast. Check the gate. Enter the Sacrarium. Head to the spot of the Sacrarium. Now you have to open the doors. Then it tells you what you have to do to open the doors. In order to open the doors, you gotta leave the dungeon. Hang on. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll need to go there to get the items, but I just... You see the frustration point? If I knew that I had to get the items, I could have at least planned around that. Instead, I'm already in the dungeon when it's like, hey, by the way, make sure you go talk to this person to start the quest so you can go turn this thing. And it's like, what? I mean, this actually isn't that egregious of an example, but some of the previous... Again, the quality of the guide varies, right? Some of these have been very frustrating. Dungeons are not instanced in the traditional sense of the word. They are different cells, but they are not instanced. Thank you for the sub, Magister. And yes, I know that nobody listens to me. And it's just this constant, eternal... like, you wonder why I have such a low self-esteem. It's because nobody listens to me. It's because I'm invisible. And I say something, and people are like, huh? Did someone say something? I was talking all last week on Discord and on stream since Friday that this is the week, right now, where there's going to be a record-breaking series of layoffs at Microsoft. I was right. And yes, they could, theoretically, depending on the quest. Yeah, that's another thing. So that's why I said this isn't too bad, Blade, because it looks like I could just go get the items, and then come back and get the quest, and then go back in, right? But some of them aren't like that. Especially the vanilla quests, where it's like, no, you gotta do it in order. So you just wasted your time. Go back and talk to this person. Otherwise you can't interact with the thing in the dungeon. And it's like, thanks! Thanks! Yeah, happy layoff day, everyone. Record-breaking layoffs. Thank you for the sub, Magister. If you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. It's a few thousand people, Mr. Red. A few thousand people lost their jobs today. It's like 1,600 today. And then there's going to be another 2,000 over the coming months. I'm going to go and talk to this guy now just so I know where he is. Like, that's literally my reasoning. Let's set that this way. Oh, that's exactly where we're at, Valerian. Yeah, it sounds about right, Ross. Which game did you play? I mean, I absolutely hate to say this, but from a purely personal perspective, I think Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard has already been a net positive. And I can tell you why. Dragonflight, War Within, at midnight. Modern WoW would not exist if they hadn't got rid of Cronies and Kotick, right? Kicking him and his goddamn assholes and the sex offenders to the curb was the best thing to ever happen to WoW. And it is perhaps amusing that, yes, I want to join your Order of Temple Knights. It is perhaps amusing that getting rid of the chaff is what actually allowed them to make the best version of WoW. Because that doesn't always follow, right? That doesn't always improve the quality in question. Ah, the Avatar game. Oh, good morning, Walker. Most of this score was before we launched, as weird as that sounds. It's been slowly improving. Really, it has. Like, positives are creeping up, and the rate of negatives has slowed down substantially. Honestly, we'd be doing a lot more solidly if not for that goddamn mountain. Looks like I never got it. That's fine. A couple days ago, Loke actually challenged me if there was ever going to be a quest or dungeon that's a plus to gameplay. And real talk, I hope so. Because, I mean, obviously. But no, because, like, that's a fairly normal trend, right? Like, what's the first dungeon that got a plus in FF14? Before the revamps. I'm pretty sure it was in, might have been Stormblood, actually. I'd have to think about that. Yeah, the problem is I'm playing a warrior, which I think was the right call for the sake of the review. But is probably the most absent gameplay class that I could have played. Welcome back, Goki. Like, I have great gear, I've got great weapons, I've got an attack that can absolutely destroy something in the face. I got a great shield, which really increases my level. Like, I'm actually doing pretty well. But again, it's like a fighter in FF1. I've actually talked about this semi-recently because I reviewed FF1. Fighters in FF1 are broken overpowered. But they are also the most basic class in that game, by quite a margin. Yes, Rax, do you have the option to do that? Because if not, we're going to have to wait for Bragwin. For reasons I kind of don't want to get into, I actually don't have the ability to invite people to the Discord myself on Twitch. So I rely on my awesome, awesome mods to handle that. But yeah, it's like playing a fighter in D&D, too. Is it useful? Yes. Is it the thing that's probably going to carry you through half the battles? Yes. But there's not much there in terms of gameplay, right? Simple but solid is what we call that. Having said that, I've actually been thinking about this. And I think I'm going to kind of base my review of Fighter and Dancer, because I'm going to review both, off of my experiences so far, as well as off of what we've already established in FF1 as kind of a baseline, right? Like, access to gear, access to tons of really high-end buffs. And it's worth noting, I haven't really shown these off because I haven't had to, but I've seen the Fighter buffs. They're solid. Like, I get an absolutely insane series of buffs as a fighter. Most of them have very high cooldowns, but like, I can increase the attack damage of my entire party. Just, here you go, guys. Hit harder. Would Lotros score worse than this? No. Yeah, Berserk. Hang on, let me show that off. That's gonna be here. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, Berserk enhances attack but weakens defense. Doesn't say the cooldowns and stuff, but as Bladejavel just mentioned, it's a 5-minute cooldown, but it's a buff that lasts 3 minutes. That is a solid amount of uptime. Warcry's the AoE one I just mentioned. Defender increases defense but weakens attack, so there's your tank ability. Aggressor increases accuracy but impairs evasion. I'm not sure the point of that. Provoke is just straight up a taunt. Retaliation counterattacks but reduces move speed, which is great. Mighty Strikes just makes every single hit you do a crit, which is exactly what that sounds like. So you see what I mean? Like, these are some very, very good buffs. Yeah, Mighty Strikes is the 2-hour ability. I'm going to be honest, I don't think 2-hour abilities should exist. I don't. In any game. Even an MMO, I don't think you should have a 2-hour cooldown. Sorry, I'm just going to disagree with that philosophically. But I can see the need for big cooldowns. Usually those kind of big cooldowns in more modern MMOs tend to be like 10 minutes, right? Yeah, that's your panic button. That's your, okay. Hang on. Magister, put that towards some stuff. Let me scroll up a little bit here. So that's going towards Warcraft 3, Azeroth Reborn, Hatch Knight, and The Last Titan. But yeah, I do need to jot down a note here. I've been thinking about this anyway, so we'll put it up here. I did, Rex. You put it towards Sonic Adventure 1, Evercold, and Shenmue. Because you hate me, apparently. Thank you for the donation, Rex. You've now officially put more money towards Shenmue than you did towards FF11. That's not a joke. Lay on Hands... No. Lay on Hands used to be 1 hour. The longest cooldown anything was back in WoW Vanilla was 1 hour. What that meant in practical application was those were once per dungeon abilities. They later experimented with reducing that, pulled it down to 45 minutes. Then they gave you an ability, which I think it was actually a talent, which was like every time you do X, it reduces the cooldown of it, which is actually kind of a cool concept. I don't know if FF11 is capable of doing that, but it is a great mechanic, and I will actually credit Blizzard for coming up with that mechanic. The idea is you have something that's technically a large cooldown, but you reward the player for playing smart, for using abilities in a smart way in order to reduce their cooldown so they can use it more often. That also means there's kind of a finite, like a minimum cooldown, and so you can design it so there's like a minimum and a maximum range of a cooldown of an ability. It's a very cool concept. Where am I going? G4. It's literally right in front of me. Hey, 2 Base Master. I was just talking about how Reagan sucks. Or wait. That's a good question. When did Promathia come out? Does anybody know? So, Lorimer, you have come as well. As Prish described, this is the entrance to the first basement of this aquarium. The way is barred, but I believe Prish holds the key to this dilemma. You must return and borrow her amulet. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Prish. I can get us past the door. It's time to pay a visit to Divine Promathia. So, FF14 has add-ons, to my knowledge, the same way FF11 does. Don't advertise it too much and we don't care too much. I didn't expect Prish herself to accompany us. I'm amazed she was allowed to leave her confines. Come on, if you don't get a move on, I'll leave you behind. I don't get the feeling something terrible awaits us. But I cannot let that deter me from my course. We must forge onwards. Okay, so I need to find something called Map 2. Oh god, it's a literal maze. Alright, what is today? Hang on, don't tell me. Current time. It is Fire's Day. Yeah, I've actually talked about this concept before. Japanese work culture in general is very... there's actually a term for it. Rax might know this off the top of her head. But it's very... You accept the thing they give you, right? As intended, or something like that. I've heard people refer to it like that. So, you're not supposed to modify food, you're not supposed to modify a book, you're not supposed to modify a game. Just culturally. It's just a whole culture thing, right? Yeah, no, this is right. That's right. Huh. So it did. Omakase, that's it. I knew there was a term for it. Hang on 1 second. No? No, this way. Yeah, these are level 50 stuff. I should be safe. This way. No, the thing someone could help me with is if someone else has the key. This would be yet another question. That's actually why I said this is going to be kind of unprecedented for the run. Because this is the first time I have to go get the key myself. Almost every other dungeon, which I'm very grateful for, by the way, other people have been able to just get the key for me. I shouldn't say every other, a lot of other dungeons. Okonomiyaki. Yeah. Shrug. Okay, so now we should be on map 2. Yep, okay, so now I need to farm for one of the first times in this game. So let's see. What's with these Fillmores, by the way? Like, I've seen them in previous dungeons. I still don't know what they are. Anyways, so I'm looking for... I need Fillmores and I need a Nemesis. Okay, well, let's just kill these. Yes, Ross. I'm not sure when exactly I would have quit, but I'm pretty sure I would have quit at the mountain if nothing else. Well, I'm not a thief, so I don't know what our drop rate's going to be like. That was literally the first drop. Okay, now I gotta find the Nemesis. Hang on. Literally the first drop. Literally the first kill. Wow! Yeah, I was expecting this to be about a 40-minute grind, by the way, just to put that into a little... Or, sorry, not 40, but 20-minute grind, to put that into perspective. I guess now I leave. Okay, yeah. No, we're done here. Is there anything forward? Is there like a book ahead of me? Map doesn't say. Doesn't look like there's anything ahead of me. Yeah, okay. So I guess we're gonna have to do that stupid maze again. I'm just gonna hearth. We only have to do the maze twice. But yeah, this is... Ignore the fact that I got it first drop. This is what I mean when we have to do a quest to do a quest. I mean, actually, now I have to do a quest to do a quest to do a quest. That's not a joke. So now I have to go to... there. I can't wait. Okay, hang on. I have a random idea here. Nope, I'm still stupid. Hang on. Stupid mode engaged. Your boss is like, I don't like his kind around here. Hi, Dakota. No, see, apparently, I need to talk to something out here to be able to spawn the boss or something like that. Which is like right next to me. Oh no, it's over there. I'm going to follow the guide, and we're going to see what happens here. But right now, we're in the doing a quest to do a quest to do a quest range. I don't want to do any of this. I want to have TCL command, the TCL command on demand. Apparently, I have to do this quest to turn in the keys to the dude to get the temple key. That's what the guide says. Okay. Ugh. I'm ready, Giga. I'm ready. Give me your best question. So the best part is, apparently the guide has led me astray, or I'm an idiot, or I'm tired, or both. You know, there's options. There it is. Okay, so, similar to Guild Wars 2, WoW is set on region groups. So there's the Americas, there's the EU, there's the Asian area, there's China, which is its own thing. I don't know what else. Like, the Americas is exactly what it sounds like. It's North America, South America, and some islands. Dead. Cool. He's dead. I can't hearth for 5 minutes, so let's get out of here. Best FF turn off your brain game? I'm not sure any FF qualifies as a turn off your brain game. Other than FF11, heyo! No, but for real. Kind of, but no. Here we go. I'm dead serious. None of the FFs are really inclined towards that. Like, the closest you'd get is the FFs that are barely FFs. Like FF1, or FF Mystic Quest, or FF Legends, or FF Legends 2. Yeah, you're super screwed. Which, I didn't realize until I earlier. But, look, I'm an idiot, Giga, okay? What about FF15? What about it? Hey, Mike Romano, whose name is still Mike Romano. We all wait the day for when that name will be accurate once more. Someday, God willing. Yeah, no, and Mr. Red apparently could have saved me some time on that. I do apologize. But thank you, Giga, for checking. I do appreciate it. If we had to no-clip this, what VOD number would we be on? I mean, we'd be a little bit further in the game, I'm just saying. Alright, there's this door you have to go to these 3 quests for. Sure. Alright, now I have to go to this mountain. Sure thing. Like, I'm sorry. I would happily turn on the cheat flag for FF11 if I had the option to. Without even hesitating. Without even a moment of hesitation. Just, yep. Okay, we're in this place where we have to get to this point. No problem. And we're there. Yeah, we're basically going to start the Midnight Run reviewing housing. What about FF12? Anybody... Okay. There's something I've talked about recently. It's called a common complaint, or a common criticism. A common criticism is something that is wrong. But you hear it a lot because people repeat it a lot because that's how information propagates. There's quite a few examples of this throughout gaming, movies, shows, books, all kinds of fun stuff. And a common criticism of FF12 is that it plays itself, which is total nonsense. Let's see. What am I doing? It's like saying all you do is mash A and, you know, say FF6. Or all you do is mash the triangle button in Kingdom Hearts 2. Common criticism. Total nonsense. Yeah, all you do in Mario is just jump. You get the idea. I mean, hell, even Mystic Quest I wouldn't call fully mindless, not really. Yeah, exactly, Pleasure Snow. I like the Gambit system. In fact, I love the Gambit system, but saying the Gambit system... Yeah, that's actually another good example, Ross. Saying the Gambit system it plays itself is so inaccurate. At that point, you might as well... The exact same complaint could be leveled at Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2 for the exact same reason. Both those games, for those of you not aware, have a full Gambit system pretty similar to FF12's. So the game just plays itself. What usually happens in those kind of situations is someone influential, someone like a game reviewer, or someone who's a big name in like a magazine or an online show, or whatever, says something, and then other people repeat it because they want to be in on it, if that makes sense. They want to be left behind. It's that inclusion aspect of being human. So people don't want to be ostracized, so they immediately go along with it. Like, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, like, honestly, at that point, you might as well say Factorial plays itself, because all these conveyors and automated machines just carry all the stuff for you. It's like, yeah, that's the gameplay loop, is designing those, and building those, and setting those up. and adapting when they don't work. It's nonsense. Like I said, it's just someone somewhere got a bug up their ass and said, you know, Navi is super annoying and won't shut up. And it's like, no. Watch, it's not going to be fire state by the time I get back here. Okay, so now I've got to find some dude. I have no idea where this dude is. I don't even know who I'm looking for. Who am I looking for? Who drops this stupid thing? Kemoret. Kemoret. He is over here, apparently. No, I didn't, actually. Hey, Game Geek. 1 second. What are your turn off your brain games? I need what? Oh, okay, that makes slightly more sense. I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was a south side of the maze. But yes, now I have to... This is the real FF11 experience, right? This really is. This is the legit experience of playing FF11, legitimately. I've already screwed up twice, by the way. I don't blame the guide on that completely. I do kind of blame it, but not completely. I like how it's the exact same sound effect over and over and over. Anyway, so turn off my brain games. Anybody in chat want to share a turn off your brain game? A good turn off your brain game, obviously, because there's a quality in that kind of thing. Like, I can name some good turn off your brain movies. Does that count? Vampire Survivors. Okay. I haven't played it that much. Solitaire. I mean, we're stretching the definition of a video game at that point, but... Excuse me. Yeah, I wouldn't call a racing game a turn off your brain thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. I was asked a very similar question to that recently, and I couldn't come up with anything. Because I'm a weird, stupid head. Turn off your brain movie? The entire Fast and the Furious series. There's our target. What's up, dude? Hang on, I'll be with you in a moment. Oh, he aggroed me. Oh, really? I will derive special joy from killing you. We also just aggroed the entire room. And they all died with him, as it should be. Okay, hypothetically, now I should be able to hearth, talk to the dude, turn it all in, and then go back and actually do the dungeon. Remember, we haven't actually started the dungeon yet. We're still on the quest to do a quest. Don't worry, we finish the quest to do the quest to do the quest. I'll make absolutely sure I have these stupid things. Coral and Sea Lion Crest. Yep, okay. What is this Devoy coffer key, by the way? And do I care? Okay. Let's see. What's another turn off your brain movie? You know what? The Avatar films. Don't at me. I should mention, I actually reserve a lot of ire for the Avatar films. No offense to anybody who likes them. I actively hate them. Just vitriolic hatred. Whoops. Yeah, no. Like, I told you there's a reason I'm worried about ESO. What about the Mario movie? I mean, yeah, it's a turn-off-your-brain flick, but I will admit I don't enjoy Illumination, even when you turn off your brain. Illumination films in general are turn-off-your-brain films. I just don't think they're good. Although, apparently the latest Minions film is actually good. I'm not sure I believe that. Oh, the original Mario movie? No, that's a So Bad It's Good film. That's different. So hypothetically, he should be like, you did it! Yes, I did. I did it. Wolfish blood. You've passed your initiation. Yay! Here's a pittance of gil. Now, I should be able to trade one at a time or both? That's actually a good question. Yeah, we'll do both. To think that someone of your generation would dredge up both sorts of these past relics. I'm thoroughly impressed. In honor of your intrepid character, let me present you a skeleton key. And now we have a key item, and those are out of our inventory. There it is. Okay. Now we can go beat the game. And by which I mean the quest. Any So Bad It's Good movies that have lamentation status due to their bad access? I would say, I can't think of any off the top of my head, so I'm going to say hypothetically no. In my mind, So Bad It's Good is its own flavor, right? To use a very specific example, Star Trek V and Star Trek X are in completely different categories. You know? Where am I going? Am I going north? No, I'm going south again, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Okay. I think, if I'm reading this correctly. It's not Fire's Day anymore, so the maze has just changed. What the hell's yellow? It's got to be like light day. We'll assume that's light day. Yellow's Earth. I should have known. Which actually means we need to go this way. How you liking that sound? How do you like this music? Oh yeah. Kinda, yeah, Mr. Red. Yep, we're leveling agility. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, you know what? Yeah, hang on. Let me get this dungeon the music that it so richly deserves. Why would he want to do either of those things, though? Also, he does rewind time whenever it suits him. Which he has done more than once. He did win, remember? A lot of people forget that. Thanos won. He did exactly what he set out to do. I can't think of a single story positive for Nemesis. I'm not even sure I can think of some gameplay ones. Because even basic stuff like set design, which is gameplay on a movie, isn't great in Nemesis. Like, the Romulan Senate floor looks cheap. And a lot of the new sets on board the Enterprise are bad. The bridge of the Scimitar is outright silly. I keep going. So just to be clear, just to talk this out, everything we just did was to open this door. If another player was with me who has done this quest before, they could have just opened this for me. Which you've seen happen a lot, right? Oh no, Tom Hardy's actually talked about that awful outfit. It's, yeah. What you call it? So this is the showcasing right here. The last 40 minutes has been me getting to open this door. And now that I've opened this door, we can progress. Hey, Venters. Yeah, fun fact, by the way. The enemy I killed to get the door, the one key, only spawns at night. So that's fun. Can we get this thing open? It cannot be forced. You say the reliquarium lies beyond this gate, but what business do we have inside, Lady Prish? Isn't it obvious? This is where we're going to find Promathia. Huh? Hey, you're just in time. What took you so long? Well, I had to talk to a guy to go kill a nemesis to be able to turn in some keys to a guy. Then I had to go farm an enemy and then kill a boss to be able to get the keys, go back to town, turn those keys into the guy at the quest force who would give me the lock to be able to access the door I just went through in order to get here and talk to you. Well, you can help us open this gate. We're almost at the end of our quest. Oh, thank God. One moment. If Promathia is behind this gate, would there not be some powerful seal in effect? Well, yeah, now I remember. I think I locked this gate after the war. Locked it? Go find the reliquarium key. It's somewhere in the communion hall. Off you go now. Let's begin our search for this reliquarium key. She's such a demanding young lady, and I believe the imperious princesses of the Far East were hard on their subjects. Game. Game. So the next boss spawns randomly. Because, of course. Let's see if our streamer luck holds up here. Nope. Alright. Swing and a miss. What are Fomor? I did hear about that, Ross. Isn't this like the last season or something? Because, you know, everything. Fear of missing out, reportedly. Swing and a miss. We don't want to bet it's in the northwest door, which would be the longest and most irritating door for it to be in. I'm actually going to check that last in case it isn't that. Why do all these dragoons have wyverns? God. Mr. Dragoon, set this wyvern free. I still can't believe I got it on quite literally the first kill. So, here's a little pro tip for you, Elazar. There's this old common criticism. Hey, we just talked about this. About how the odd Star Trek films are bad and the even Star Trek films are good. No. The Star Trek films with singing are the ones that are bad. I'm kind of being serious. Think about it for a second. It was pretty bad, Elazar. Wrath of Khan doesn't have any singing, to my knowledge. Five has singing. 9 has singing. 10 has singing. He does not, actually, Rex. I should know. I reviewed that film just a couple months ago. It's pretty fresh in my memory. Oh! Hey! No, what's funny is, it's interesting you say that, because Amazing Grace does play at the end of the film. Purely instrumental, of course. And, Kirk does say something at the end, but he's actually quoting, Tale of Two Cities. There we go. Got the key. Okay, now what? Would I take Star Wars seriously if they started singing? I really hate to point this out, but Star Wars has singing. And no, I didn't take it very seriously. I cannot picture a single one of the main characters of Star Wars singing. That's true, Star Trek 4 does have a song in it. But, it's not singing. There's a difference. 'Cause I hate you, and I say screw you! This is me singing during this game. Sorry, I've never heard of that before, Connecticut. What's the Holidae spec? I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce that. Hey, look, chains. Chains of Promathi, you might even say. The whales aren't main characters, Reggie. Is this the Twilight God Promathia? There you go. But this is nothing more than a statue. Uh-huh. It was found by some thieves with more curiosity than sense. Lots of people lost their lives before this was finally brought here. I see. I've heard tell that the nation of Tavnazia has strong ties with pirates and other bandit groups. The Tavnazian Cathedral used to buy up weird artifacts all the time to give its researchers something to study. It all began with a search for paradise, a legend. You know, the place those ancient people tried to get to, the thing that ticked off Prometheus so much. It said the gods sleep in paradise. The former Tavnazian theologians thought they could go there and ask Altana to remove the curse of Prometheus. If the curse of the war and conflict vanished from the world, we no longer have to fear the threat of the beastmen. But as things progressed, the aim of the cathedral's research shifted. As they continued to investigate the object left by the ancient people, the theologian realized that the older civilization was way more advanced than their own. Even with their advanced culture, however, they were no match for Prometheus. The city was obliterated. So that's what the elders of the cathedral proposed. What if we were to invite the Dawn Goddess to cross over into our world? Fight the goddess. But before this incredible event was to happen, Cardinal Mildurian arrived, and Tavnazia was destroyed not long after. Anyway, I found out something that'd give Olmia's grandpere a heart attack. See that glowing stone stuck in there? If you stand here and do this, you can hear the voice of Prometheus. Reunion. Reunion. Headache. So this is the Tavnazian child known as the Abhorrent One. It seems she caused a terrible accident during the past baptismal ceremony. Many of the clergy lost their lives during the incident, and those who survived told of terrifying dreams of the cursed deity. What truly proves this child's damnation is her ever-youthful form. That, and the rumors of her ability to read people's minds. Why does this new cardinal allow the child to walk freely after the cathedral has taken steps to ensure her eternal confinement? I bring her here to Sandoria. According to Cardinal Mildurian, the birth of such a child is a sign our most desperate wish is about to be granted. I speak of the treasure entrusted to Tavnazia. What generation of cardinals have hidden from in fear, this Mildurian has chosen to reveal to the Sandorian Cathedral. If Tavnazia's treasure is brought together with the holy artifact we hold, the gates of paradise will not long remain closed. Prish, you are a child of destiny. However, this part is over. There's nothing left within you. Why are you here? You should have met your demise in the city of Altio, along with the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Does this mean the battle still rages? Or do you mean to tell me you fled from the battlefield? Battle? What battle is this? The battle upon which rides the fate of the world. The image of Prometheus I revealed to you. It was your task to travel to Altea and regain that form. First, I thought those Zillardian fools were to blame for the spreading emptiness that once again slowly devours Vanadiel. Have you been taken by the emptiness? Were you defeated at the last battle of Altio? Was I defeated? Was I victorious? I know nothing of what you speak. How could this be? My own existence is forfeit, but I have saved that which must be protected. Welcome to the Hall of the Gods. Hast thou come seeking the salvation of Altana, my child? I seek no salvation, I only wish to know the truth. Dawn Maiden Yonoye, you who resonates with the spirit of the goddess, should be able to answer my question. Was I born to carry out the will of divine Promathia, or was I born to thwart his designs? Most interesting dilemma. Why dost thou think the face of Promathia is smooth and unfeatured?
Because it is.
No, like there's some reason for it.
No, it just is.
Okay.
That's just how it is. I need your eyes.
Okay. Are you looking for your glasses?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hang on.
I heard them fall last night.
Oh, jeez. Good news, we found the glasses. Bad news, Promathia's face is still smooth and unfeatured. All who follow the Lady of the Dawn gaze upon her visage. However, none have ever seen the face of Promathia. He vanished from paradise upon his death. That is why we pray for his resurrection. For his resurrection and his destruction. Yeah, ancient sealed evil that we bring back so we can kill. I've been here before. I got this. Popcorn? as your strength returned, that even one such as yourself was overwhelmed. This is truly an unexpected turn of events. Lady Prish appears to have survived, none the worse for her, or at least she appears unharmed. Prish, what in Vana'diel's name were you thinking? Why would you ever lay a hand on that horrid statue? Have you forgotten the warnings of Cardinal Mildarion? The statue has the power to bring out the worst in people. You were never supposed to touch it, ever. I thought if I was able to figure out the will of Pramathi, I'd have a better idea what the hell's going on. I think I managed to do just that. What the Twilight God desires is his own resurrection and his own death. What can this mean? Death and resurrection. Why this contradiction? Trish, you communed with the statue of the Twilight God. How did you two get here? We got the keys from the dude, obviously. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess I did. Could you truly be? Olmia, you afraid of me? Of course not. I actually have a functional brain. But Grandparent will definitely not forgive this transgression. Do you realize what you've done? But you believe me, don't you? Seriously, if I give a damn about what some religious fuddy-duddy says about me as I'm running around trying to save the world, then I'm not doing my job properly. Yes, I believe you, but Grandpere. Let's return to the safe hold. The air here is stifling. Olmia. Yes, there's nothing left for us to do here. Come, Prish, let's go home. Let's be very clear, Darth Sinka. You should be worried about that. How much you should be worried, that's much more in the air. But never forget the fact that the only reason you have access to those things is because some corporate suit allows it. Not yet, no, to go. I guess on Earth. Hi, Paranoid Android. Thank you for the sub. Right now I'm tired and headachy, but I'm doing okay otherwise. We just did our first quest completely by ourselves. It took an hour. I hate this game. Alpha Centauri, FTL, and Bioshock 2. Well, that kind of depends, believe it or not, Giga. But yeah, what I tend to do is I tend to download my audiobooks. I don't have many, but, you know, I grab them and I just keep a local MP3 on hand. Yep, I made good time. Negative to gameplay. No, it's entirely a tonal thing, Elizar. If you're watching Lord of the Rings and they're like, I like to kill them orcs, and the orcs like to get stabbed, then it destroys the tone of Lord of the Rings, right? It doesn't work. Also, most Disney films are musicals, or one step away from being a musical. That was what Little Mermaid started. What am I doing? Oh my god, I hate this song so much. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. It wouldn't work. Star Wars is not a musical. Right? I don't know what else to add to that. The orcs like to be stabbed. They love the giant crabs. They eat them with their bads. I don't know. I'm losing rhymes here. What's another thing that rhymes with stabbed and crabs? Growing Urukai in the labs. There we go. And then they go and dab. Eliezer, I got nothing for you, okay? I'm sorry. I have no further words. Besides, we all know what Lord of the Rings music really sounds like. Bilbo, Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, bravest little hobbit of them all. I hate that song, by the way. No offense to Leonard Nimoy, but I hate that song. There we go. She spoke with the abhorrent god of chaos. What more evidence do we need? I'm secretly pure evil. It all makes sense now. Why else would Bahamut choose Tavnazi as his place of return? It is all because of this girl. She's the origin of all our troubles. Perhaps it's even her fault the beastmen first converged on Tavnazia 20 years ago. And Pere? It's unfair to blame Prish for all of Tavnazia's misfortunes. It's because her heart is pure. That's why she was not controlled by evil after touching the statue of Promathia. She only did such a foolish thing to save our nation. Why can't you understand this? Eyes out, out. Save our nation. How am I to believe that after what we've seen? If the Marquisate remained, the cathedral theologians would have discovered the true reason behind this child's existence and the terrible things she's planning. Forgive me, Altana. I should have revealed everything to Nagmolada. It was my mistake to conceal what I knew to protect our city's image. He could have possibly led us to the truth about the true intentions of the abhorrent one. And Perry, have you forgotten what Cardinal Meldarian told us? She told us Prish may have been born the abhorrent one, but she was reborn through the power of Altana. And perhaps we should question the loyalty of Meldarian Guillaume as well. What were her true intentions? I heard rumors that the Sandorian Cathedral is attempting to capture her. Who could have told you such things? It was me, the evil one. Who the hell are you? Let me introduce myself. I am Louvran Smistal. I've been listening to your exchange for the past few moments. This knight has been dispatched by the order of the Sandorian Cathedral to search out the missing Cardinal Maldurian. He arrived via a duchy airship. Hey! Louvran. I remember hearing that name before when I visited Sandoria. You must be the one who visited Madame Henry, so you're already aware of the details of my mission. At the close of the Great War over 20 years ago, the cathedral reliquary was robbed. Mildarian is believed to have been involved in the theft of a large number of scrolls and scriptures. It's said this loss ultimately drove the reigning Papskew to his death. That's why the Sandorian Cathedral is adamant in locating the Cardinal. Miss Maldarian, you've got to be kidding! I know neither of her guilt nor innocence. That's why I've been searching for anyone who remembers her. Looks like I have finally found someone who can give me some useful information. Let me take the girl. I can see her presence has been quite the burden on you and your people. If that is what the cathedral desires, I am not one to stand in the way. And Perry? Don't worry. I'm beginning to think it's time everybody learned the truth. I gotta do something, or people will continue to doubt and hate me. But, hey, Lou France, much as I'd like to take you up on your offer of a free cruise to the kingdom, I'm gonna have to pass. I gotta go with these guys to the Northlands before I can do anything else. Like they say, promise is a promise. Guess we must hurry to the Northlands to assist the Juno and diplomat Nagbalada. The future of Vandil rides on this crucial mission. I understand your orders, but there's more important issues we must first address. You're working with Nagbalada, I see. I offer you this suggestion. Come to my airship. Tell me what you know of Cardinal Meldarian. When you have all answered my questions, I shall personally fly you to the Northlands. Yeah, do we ever get a frickin' airship? Like, in lore? I know we don't in gameplay. This game would probably explode. As a messenger from the Eastern Dynasty, I request an audience at the Royales. Understood. I'll be waiting at the Sea Lion's Den. Lady Prish, I'm pleased to find you a woman of understanding. Make your goodbyes. Hurry to the docks. Hey, Sid. Could you make me an airship? Do you want a bunch of cannons and weapons on it? No? We'll go with no. That feels like the correct answer. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what answer would make Sid make me think. Because almost every Sid in almost every FF is really anti-weapons, which is funny when you think about it. No! Ah! And there, would you believe there's some Sids who don't even care about airships? Seriously. That's really horrible, Bad Overlord. I know we hate old people in real life, but damn. That's a whole new level. I like it. It's like Logan's Run, but worse. We'll be departing shortly for the Sandorian Cathedral aboard Sir Luvrence's airship. I asked if you might accompany us, but the answer moved with a hearty no. However, you need not worry. I'll not take my eye off Lady Prish. Dude, I can teleport. And if by chance Sandoria breaks its promise and refuses to release her, I will do everything in my power to rescue the fair lady. However, if there's one thing I must worry about, it's the amount of time we are losing with all this sidetracking. Yeah! Thank you for noticing. I can only hope the boy is not too far ahead of us. Ship is about to leave. Let us all board. Where's Lady Olmia? Is she not accompanying us? I spoke with Olmia earlier and do not feel she possesses any information to the use of the kingdom. She is to remain on the island. The elder Dispatch would not even allow her to come to see us off. He is quite worried about his granddaughter, isn't he? Yes, I sense we're about to encounter much danger in the journey ahead. It's better she stays here, for her own safety. So she's not coming. Guess this means I'll never see her again. Lady Prish, we all walk different paths in life. However, if those paths point in the same direction, there's a good chance they will cross once again. It's something called math. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather spend the next few weeks with Olmia than I would with you. Lady Prish, there are some opinions better left unspoken. Yeah, they've been doing that the whole game, to go. I've kind of just stopped noticing it. Flicker, flicker, flicker. Well, guess this is goodbye. Took a falling off a cliff or getting eaten by a buffalo or anything, because I won't be around to save your butts. Wait! Huh? What? Take me with you. I can still be of some use. I haven't told you of the song I learned from Cardinal Meldarion. I feel the song may have an important clue into solving the mysteries that lie before us. Interesting. Very well, you may accompany us to Sandoria. Want you hear that? Olmia and Prish back together again, and I keep wanting to say Ultima instead of Olmia. It's really frustrating. I know you already know this, but let me say it anyway. I do not much of any special powers that you do, and there's so much I do not understand. However, there's one thing I do know, and that is I wish to travel with you and sing your song. It is you who introduced me to a world filled with song, and this is the only way I can repay you. Thanks, Olmia. Let's get moving. Lore Runner, we will await you at the Sandorian Cathedral. Peace. Yeah, I thought it might be a frame rate thing, but we're still at 30 FPS, so that's not it. Yep, she's the main villain of FF14 Evercold. What? Oh, sorry. It was actually Tataru. No, I just mentioned it because it occurred to me it might be some of the graphic mod thing I've got going on, but I don't think it is. First of all, again, 30 FPS. Second of all, render radius? Nah. Alright, hang on, just to make sure. Okay. So, anybody in chat, where would you go next at this point in time? Oh, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's check the guide. Maybe it tells us. The airship piloted by Luverance did not arrive in Sandoria but Port Bastok. How would I know that? How much longer will Nagmalota wait for your arrival at the northwestern tower of Soja? Okay, well, let's go to Bastok, I guess. Because that's the only thing it even mentions. See, Sis understands. Like, why am I going to Bastok?
Because they make a really good flan.
You know what? I would go to Bastok if they made good flan. What's up?
Nothing. No, there was something. I'm gonna walk back through the portal of forgetfulness.
I had something I was going to ask you. I guess you're heading out again.
I am going to make chocolate chip cookies for Reggie. who
Yes.
Did
I don't know.
brother-in-law tell you about our fiasco yesterday?
The car thing?
Yeah.
Very vague details. So, person was involved and needs chocolate chip cookies is honestly the only context I need.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go make some chocolate chip cookies.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go pick up Sohaila, and then Yona, Sohaila, and I are gonna go deliver chocolate chip cookies and go to the zoo.
Okay, that all sounds cool. Can I ask you a huge favor?
No.
Okay.
What?
Ooh, chilaquiles. Oh.
What?
Could you switch my laundry to the dryer and get it started, please?
Call my husband and tell my husband to do it. He's in the basement already.
Bastok.
I was aiming for your face, so.
Okay, for those of you in chat, my sister has notoriously bad aim.
So there's this challenge that's apparently going around on TikTok, which I discovered on YouTube Shorts because I don't have TikTok, because you shouldn't have TikTok because they're data mining you and they're doing it blatantly and obviously, and they're taking everything and sending it over there, and they didn't tell you that they were going to do that. They just kind of quietly updated things. Anyway, back to. So there is a challenge going around called I Trust My Wife. And the gist of the challenge is...
That's one way to deal with that. Yep, I'm ready. No longer ready. My readiness has gone down.
You have to say the thing.
I don't remember what the thing was. Oh, I trust my sister. Oh my god.
Only... I have notoriously bad aim, so when I told him about this the other day, he said, well, it's fine. You just aim for my head and you'll hit the thing.
Yeah.
And so the first time I aimed for his face and I did this.
Yep. When we were building the wall at the previous place we lived at one point in time, my sister was...
tell them about the brick.
We had these solid freaking concrete bricks. And they were great bricks.
Landscaping
for building.
bricks.
Yeah, landscaping bricks. And so she was going to toss one
Regular
at me.
brick sized.
And
I wasn't tossing one at you. I was tossing one
excuse me.
to you.
Sorry, she was attempting to toss one to me and succeeded at tossing one at me.
And it nearly beamed him in the head.
Didn't hit me in the head, thankfully.
He was able to take like a step backwards at just the right
No,
time.
I actually have... I've proven this all. I actually have really good reflexes when I need them.
Yeah.
And so it's just...
Yeah. But
And
I was very heavily pregnant at the time, and the bending down and standing up and walking the bricks to him was too much, so I had just sat down and was tossing bricks to him.
Yeah.
And it was working fine.
Yeah.
Until then.
Yep. No, it was fine. It was fine.
At which point it was still fine, but yeah, you were getting stoned with the family.
I was. It's okay. It's legal now.
It's legal here.
And always should have been.
Mm.
But that's unrelated.
Mm.
Okay.
I have
You never did figure out what you were going to ask me.
no.
Something about chocolate chips. It's gonna happen. It's gonna click. You're going to be on the road, and I'm going to get a phone call. Sure, Blake Terval, give me a moment. Chapter 5, The Return Home. Yes, I did know. It's Equestria Girls. There's not that many shows of it, but I knew it existed. Hey, Ross, the middle niece has started watching Equestria Girls. Where? Why? This isn't... Huh? This ain't Sandoria. I thought we were going to the cathedral. What?
I don't know.
Smooth move there, Louv. You look all smart and stuff, but you really ought to get yourself a compass. Come on, admit it. You took a wrong turn back there, didn't you? No, we were right where we were supposed to be. Bastok. However, we must have arrived slightly ahead of schedule, as I do not see our welcoming party. Of no matter, let us be off to the metalworks. Oh, well, I'm ready. Oops. Luverance is interesting. He's like the quietly competent type, which I tend to like that archetype. Everyone else is like bumble, and he's like, come on, this way.
Warrunner has sent you a gift.
I did!
Now.
Hopefully it's a good gift. Region map, right. What's the region map? I'm just gonna ask outright. Okay, region info, conquest. Oops. What am I looking for here? There's Tavnazia. There. And Kuzats. I'll be honest, this is kind of funny. FF12 has this exact same problem. In fact, I might give this a negative. Some of these games, especially 3D games, struggle with visual continuity. In other words, a feel of where you are versus where you've been. I should mention that I have literally walked from Sandoria, where it is, somewhere, I don't actually know where it is, to Bastok, and then walked. Yeah, there it is. There's Sandoria. I've walked from Sandoria to Bastok, and I've walked from there over to Windhurst before. And I still, yeah, exactly. I don't really have a good mental vibe of where I am in the world. I really value games that do a good job of showcasing that. FF14, ironically enough, does a pretty good job of that exact same thing. WoW obviously does, because you can literally just look around and see where you are. Oh god, it was a single-player game I was playing relatively recently. Good morning, Bragwin. That had a good showcasing of terrain, and like, that grounded you a little bit, gave you an idea of where you were. I can't remember what it was. It was something we played semi-recently. I can't remember. Whatever. I like it when games do that. Final Fantasy Tactics kind of does this too, well, subject. And just about any game with an overworld map which you can navigate. A horde shooter in a setting. Well, I'm going to ignore StarCraft because that's the easy answer. But the answer's StarCraft. Let's see. But other than that... Let me chew on that for a minute. My Little Pony. I'm kidding. Mass Effect 3. Sorry. No more jokes. I heard you went back to Tabnazia. Did you already meet up with Luverance? We actually got here before them, somehow. I guess we teleported while they took the airship. I kind of want a game someday, maybe an MMO, where, like, you have fast travel, but in lore, your character literally can teleport. And that's the explanation for it. And everyone knows that you can teleport, and that's why you're the one running around doing the jobs, is because you can get there quicker. Lore Runner, how'd you get off the island? I can teleport. Krish, do you know this man? Master Sid, we were able to return earlier than first planned. I must thank you again for allowing us to borrow such a wonderful bird. The airships have been handed over to the good men at the port. So how did my SCID fly? But it was smooth as silk and soft as Saruta cotton. There's still a few stability problems that need to be stomped out, but our speed is far superior to that of the ships of the Armada. Quite superior indeed. It was a wonderful experience. Your teeth notwithstanding. But this adventure in the skies reminded me of how I am incessantly plagued with terrible luck. If only I had the good fortune of meeting with you sooner, Master Sid. Ha ha ha! Teeth! If you'd come along earlier, I wouldn't have been able to help you. The Sid had just completed a few weeks ago. Why, you're the first ever to experience her turbo engines. The first. So, did you find all this Cardinal Milduran you're looking for? Unfortunately, no. The Cardinal had not been back to the archipelago. I was able to retrieve valuable information on her past from these two young ladies, but I'm no closer to grasping her whereabouts. That's not good. What about the Magicite? Were you able to find out anything for me? Actually, I did learn something very intriguing, but this is not a good place. What are you talking about? This is like the perfect place for a conversation. There's clanging and noise everywhere. Nobody's going to hear us. You heard me, right? Lore Runner, you said you were looking for some too, right? I was hoping you could join me when Luverance tells his story about Tabnazia's Magicite, but why don't you tell everyone what we know about the energy source in the Northlands? As you command, Lord Sid. Don't call me that! Very well, Lord Teeth. Ah! So you've been following the advice of Eshentar. Oh my god. Traveling to the three nations of Sandoria, Bastok, and Winters to gather information on the multinational expedition. If we can discover where the Tabnazian Magicite brought to Bastok originated, we will discover the final destination of our journey. True, but after I told Lore Runner what I knew about the gem, I did a little more research on my own. When I asked an old friend about the subject, he told me something quite interesting. My Magicite wasn't found lying around in the Northlands, but inside a strange relic brought back from the Northlands. Strange relic? Yeah, some kind of strange box. According to the priests of Tabnazia, the ancients made the box from some unidentifiable metal, just like the kind used in the Kragan Dam. Sounds like the best. That sounds like the baptismal. I'm losing the ability to talk. That sounds like the baptismal vessel. Baptismal vessel. Prish, do you know something about this box? Of course. The Tabnazian theologians used that box when performing the baptism ceremony. It should still be in the Sacrarium's tabernacle. I know, because I'm the only one who has the key to that place. I've protected the key ever since before the Great War, on Miss Maldurian's orders. Baptism ceremony? Then Prish's accident was... Yes, why didn't I see it before? Even though you were deemed the important one, you still took part in the theologian's baptism. Let me tell you this. While in Tabnazia, I attempted to investigate the baptismal vessel for Master Sid. However, I was forced to abandon my investigation before I even began. Just days before I arrived, an officer of the duchy, Nagmalauda, who's this jackass, broke into the Sacrarium and stole the relic. The vessel was stolen? It's those hooded bastards from Juno. He must have learned I was searching for the origins of the Black Magicite, and stole the box so I couldn't get my hands on it. I was so close, now I'll never learn its secrets. No, I know who Nagbalota is, I'm just... Wait a minute. Frisch, you said you knew about the box. What can you tell us? Even the smallest bit of info can help. The vessel's evil. Changed my life. Dragged me to hell and back. Frisch. We have to get the vessel out of Nagbalota's hands. It belongs in Tabnazia. Prish, wait! Don't you mean Tasmania? Prish, you cannot keep going off on your own. It's too dangerous. Lore Runner, you mentioned that you and Tenzin had made arrangements to meet Nagmaloda in northwestern Tower of Soja. A great energy in the Northlands. While not necessarily relevant to my current mission, I am intrigued on a personal level. I'll be waiting for you in Beauzes in French. I'm just going to start saying French. Is that cool? Are we cool? Cool. Well, this doesn't look good now, does it? Lore Runner, you should probably try to catch up with your companions ASAP. It's okay, you could teleport. Yeah, every time I see a French, I'm just gonna say, "Cool, blimey!" in like the most British accent I can manage. I want to really smear the insult on that. All right, hang on. Okay. Cajun French. Oh my god. I've been to the South. Yeah, Nagmaloda. Krennic's a good word for it. I was trying to put a finger on him earlier. It feels like someone who feels like he's playing both sides and is either going to succeed and therefore be much bigger a fish than he is, or fail miserably and just get eaten by someone else. Literally or metaphorically. There is no map for this area. Of course there isn't. That would be really funny. Bahamut's like, This is not where I wanted to be. And I don't know where I am because there's no map at all. Rather than roam randomly, hoping, we're just gonna leave. Okay, no, I actually do know where this is. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is not where I want to be. What you're saying, Metavlord, is like the story starts with one 100-year-old who doesn't, right? And everyone's like, oh god, we gotta deal with it, and that's like the adventure hook. I like it. Don't do it, Mr. Red. Save yourself. Save yourself, Mr. Red. Why is there no book here? I thought there was a book here. That's why. Here we go. Okay, so. I must suffer alone. It's the all new. Okay, I need to go to F7, which is. Up there. How the hell? Oh my god. Okay, that's not as bad as it looks. That's not as bad as it looks. Oh yeah, listen to that banger. In honor of Blade Javal's playthrough here. One thing I am looking forward to about playing Midnight, in addition to all the other reasons I'm looking forward to playing Midnight, I won't need a walkthrough. I won't need to have a second panel that I'm constantly double checking, like, hang on. Hang on. I can just play. I can just play the game. It's gonna be great. Yeah, once we get to places where people aggro more, I'm gonna pay attention to that sound thing you mentioned, Blade 12. I didn't ignore it. I even wrote it down on the document, although I haven't codified it yet. Hey, Catajuris. Wait, nope. Caturigus? No, Catur... Oh, God. Now I can't figure out how to pronounce the name. No! Caturigus? No. Caturigus. Caturigus? God. Are you about to kill me? Is that what this is? I'm ready. Just make it quick. That's all I ask. Instant death. Just instant. Where the hell you been? We've been waiting for your arrival. Did you encounter something unexpected? Never would I imagine that such a masterpiece of ancient architecture would be hidden beneath these towers. I sense the gates of paradise are within our reach. Louvrance. I'm not expecting to see you here. Hey, buddy. If you came to try and stop me, don't think I'll leave here without a fight. I ain't going in until I get my box back. I have no such intentions. I'm here simply as heir to the Knight's Mistale. What worries me more is the absence of Nagmalada. I assume he is set off for the fourth crystal. And that is what we must do. Follow me! Phoenix will lead the way. Well, it's easy enough to summon. I can literally just hit a button. There's Venereal. I think I've met. What else I got here? There should be more summons happening. Why aren't more summons happening? Hold up. Hold up. don't even remember where the macro is, or what it's using for this. I had the old thing figured out reasonably well. This is... I don't know this new stuff. Hang on. Macro manager? Trusts, yeah, edit. What do we got here? Oh! Okay, yeah, that is not my trust macro at all. That... How did you see that? This is my actual trust macro. But somehow it got shifted to just summoning Venereal. I know that's not his name. I kind of don't care. That is very strange. Whatever. It should be fixed now. So hypothetically... Hey! Love that feedback. Yeah, so for those of you at home, we have Venereal, Millie Aliapo, Shantoto II, and Joaquin as our trusts. What am I doing? Shantoto the Angry. Can I help you? Thanks for the song? He's just giving me the battle music. She hasn't yet pushed up. She's shown up for exactly one cutscene so far. That's not even an exaggeration. One cutscene. Yes, my trusts are like, ah! I can't stand being around this guy. Yeah. Good Lord. It's the Mother Crystal. Legend says Venetia was formed when it split into 5 pieces, and this is one of those pieces. The divine light it emits. This is from where we are born, and where we will all eventually return. Simply gazing upon its beauty soothes mind and soul. Hey, Lorbrun, can you hear it? That song, that crystal, it's calling to us. That star, you, song, yours. Huh. Eddie Murphy, easy answer. What was split asunder will once more become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity. Huh? It's the evil one, who's totally not the bad guy, because of course he's not. Now that all the performers have arrived, the play can begin. It's Nagmaloda, the evil one, the other evil one. Nagmalada, excuse me. You slimy thief, give back the vessel. Ah, Tavnazia's precious baptismal vessel. I was amused when I learned how the box was being used, and how Lore Runner just stood there and watched as I stole it right in front of him. He was eating popcorn like the fool that he is. Little did he realize I swapped out the butter on his popcorn for simple plain salt. In this manner, he was deprived of that which he enjoys most. Not what he enjoys most. What do you mean? Lore Runner is trying to save the world. Of course he's trying to save the world, so that he can keep eating popcorn. Popcorn? Many millennia ago, the popcorn, a testament of affinity, was used... okay, I'll stop. Hang on. You probably want to hear what's actually happening. Hang on. Hang on. Well, not quite practical. In this way, even normal people can be aware of the box. Not practical? What do you mean? Do you know what the box is really used for? Of course, just as I know with the amulet they carry. The amulet? Many millennia ago, the king of Zilart made that amulet, the testament of affinity to peer into the hearts of the Kulu. The Zilart were born with the ability to communicate directly with the mind of another. This is called the Whisper of the Soul. However, as centuries passed, some people were overcome by emptiness and lost this power of communication. Those who could no longer harness the Whisper of the Soul were known as the Kulu. The Zilartian king ordered the production of amulets, such as the one he possessed, to contain the darkness residing in these unfortunate souls and open their hearts. And thus the thoughts of all those who wore one were known by him. The amulet you hold was given to you by the Zilartian prince, was it not? And now you've begun using it to further your twisted schemes. Lore Runner, that boy has been using you as a guide over space and time to a world unknown to him. Using you to guide him to the Mother Crystals. That's why I can see what he sees. However, it seems he made a poor choice in guides. It took too long for you petty adventurers to reach the fourth crystal, let alone the first three. Thanks to your incompetence, I had enough time to obtain the box, as well as find out who you really are. It was you who brought an end to our era. You who betrayed us. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to call him Celsius. Although you bear the mark of the Kulu, you betrayed your people and the trust of the Zilartian prince. Though you have inherited the will of the slumbering gods, you betrayed them as well. And though you're born of the Mother Crystal, now you plot to betray her. My heart yearns to know why you have chosen the path of the traitor. However, that answer can wait for a later day. The answer I now seek is to a different question. Tell me where you obtained the power to control the emptiness. When I attempted to open the gates of paradise, failed at Tayo was destroyed. Why did only you survive? What happened that day? What did you see? What did you learn? What unspeakable powers do you possess? No answer, Celsius. Then the only option left is for me to force them from the emptiness inside you. Frisch! This whole time we're eating popcorn. I just want you to be aware of that. This whole time. Stop! Ha ha ha! Behold the true power of the Eye of Altana. Behold the transformation of emptiness to magicite! Did you forget, Celsius? We're literally not in this cutscene. Did you catch that? We're literally not here. Now answer me, boy, unless you want to be ripped apart from the inside. Oh, never mind. There we are. Where did we come from? Lore Runner, don't lose this. Come on, Celsius. Stop thinking and start talking. Tell me what to say. Tell me what to sing! What? This star is you, and the song is yours. Someday, that hope will become our dreams and our prayers. Shine forth, star of hope. Let your song ring out across all of Vanadia. What was split asunder will once more become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity. Million Eyes casts blaze spikes. Is he trying to answer me? Is it only that I cannot hear him because I have lost the whisper of the soul? And we're dead. Or back in Aetheris, one of the two. I'd accept either, really. Yeah, we're not here. This is Dawn Trail all over again. I don't even mind. Okay, I mind a little. Yeah, pretty much all of WoW until modern WoW was like this, with the exceptions of Pandaria and Legion. So, Pandaria, Legion, and modern WoW, that's when we're a character. I bring thee two children who no longer hear the whisper of the soul. The boy on the right is Celsius, the boy on the left is Nagmalada. Oh my god, too many vowels. I beseech the blessings of the king before the commencement of our journey to the city of the Kulu. Thou hast nothing to fear. Those who receive the blessings of the king may abide in the city of the Kulu without worry or care. We have made a pledge to the dawn goddess Altana. We shall make all haste to discover the cause of thine illness and return to a world with neither Zilart nor Kulu. Though the whisper of the soul has grown quiet for thee, I ask for thy trust. Thou must live as before, believe in the honesty of people as thou didst when their thoughts were open to thee. Oh ho ho! So the living immortals have finally been born amongst the children of the dawn. Why dost thou seek to show us this vision of paradise? This heavenly garden the Zilart believed to be the goal of all on Vanadia. What are we waiting for? Graviton, all of us, we should strive for that perfection. If we behold that vision, we too can understand what they're aiming for. We can join with the Zilart and be whole once more. This senseless conflict between us will end. Celsius. What is wrong with all of you? We have nothing to fear. Diabolos is... It's too late, Celsius. We have already fallen. Our hearts have been stained with corruption. Cannot be. Dawn Maiden, what are you doing here? It is forbidden to enter this place. Nagmalada, why dost thou, a Kulu, work for the Zilart? Lady... God. Yevanoy? This battle has gone beyond the point of salvation. The killing, the lies, the mistrust. We're no longer capable of understanding one another. It's all the fault of the terrestrial avatars. They're merely using the foolish Kulu to force the king of the Zilart to keep the gates of paradise closed. And then there's that traitor, Celsius. All this blood has been spilled as a result of him breaking his promise to you. Thou dost yet believe in me, Nagmalada? Thou dost believe my words, my pledge to return this world to a place with neither Zilart nor Kulu. Lady Yvanoi, they are calling me a traitor to the Kulu people. However, I never once considered myself to be one of them. I never once considered my actions to be a betrayal. I have returned to your side, that's all I've done. I'll never betray your trust in me. Even if thou discovers I have betrayed that trust. Lady Yvanoi? Not only thee, I intend to betray all the Zilart. It is because I... Meanwhile, in whatever the hell this is... Alright, wake up! Ugh, what? Huh? I'm here, what? What'd I miss? Where are you? We're now in 13-2. Hell yeah, brother! I can't wait to review that game and see how good or bad it actually is. And then we'll have to review 13-3. And that might surpass 13. Boy, that'd be fun. There are still apexes here. That's good to know. Can we? We can. Okay, good. Venereal! Yeah, I need to bring out all the Expedition 33 fans for 13-3. Alright, time to fight one Apex mob. Ah! See, that sounds like something the villain would say, Mr. Red. I have cast you into this horrific hell, and now I'm going to go cook. You know, you don't need my permission to kill something, guys. Sheesh. So yeah, I was I was just thinking, considering how French 13-3 is, I'd ask all of my Expedition 33 fans to come up with all the French jokes you can. After all, France doesn't exist in 13-3. So I don't know about y'all, there's this massive pressure front moving through, like, half the continent right now. And I get pressure headaches. Yeah. I'm kind of being a little bit, I don't know, half jokey, half not. A lot worse than headaches has been happening right now. Yesterday, someone made an offhanded comment that in overall progression, I'm basically at about the point of fighting Ifrit and FF14. And I just want to be clear that nothing has evoked despair within me as much as that sentence. Like, I'm already kind of pushing up against the limit. And I've only been playing this for like 4 days. Five days, I guess, now. I don't know, I'd have to double check. I wonder how long it would take to get to Ifrit nowadays. In 14. Yeah, the total soul-crushing despair. Apparently it hit Rax right about, or Treasures of... Which I guess is next, so that's good to know. Hey, for the shoe. It's not a great ratio, but I think we've actually had worse, believe it or not. That's it. Treasures of Ocht-Urgen. Ocht-Urgen. Hey, Zara. It's interesting, Meta Warlord. I like the concept. I think you can do a lot of stuff with it. I mean, that is the goal, Traxia. I don't know what these things are, or where I am, or really anything. What is today? Monday? No, I could try. I might just... I could also do that during my lunch break, maybe. Lore Runner. Yeah, what's up? So this is emptiness. Never believed I would be swallowed into its darkness. Lore Runner, you have my thanks. For getting you swallowed? If you hadn't woken me, I tried to think what would have happened. Oh, well, that sucks. But if I am here, it's possible the others have been taken by the emptiness as well. We must look for them. Yeah, don't give me hope. Like, my heart just jumped a little bit, like, ooh, I could get through Promathia today. That would be great. I'm addicted to progress. I don't know what you want from me. we're on 5-2, and 8-something is the end of Promathia. To put that into a bit of perspective. So, not as far as I'd like, but of course, I don't know how long any given quest chain could be. Like, some of the early stuff in Rhapsodies, I believe it was like 112. That took no time at all to blast through. So, quest number isn't really necessarily indicative of time consumption. Yeah, it could be Valerian. Because, yeah, an individual quest in this earlier stuff tends to be a chonker. Very STO in its approach. Although, that's actually funny to think out loud. STO quests are nice and long, because they can be over an hour long. But that's all meat, right? I think I've mentioned this before. STO approaches a quest like the show would an episode. So one quest is more like one quest chain, you know? Lord Runner. My one true love. Oh, sorry, Tetsu. This place, the spark of life, has never flared here, I feel. Is this what they call emptiness? I knew if I followed you, something extraordinary was bound to occur, but this... Yet my mind yet reels from the knowledge that the Zilart and the Kulu still exist in this form. The ancient people who tried to open the gates of paradise. And I think that legend of the mother crystals entombed deep below the surface of Vana'diel were true. I must track down that Junoan diplomat, Nagmalada. He and I have much to discuss. Let's be on our way. Let's see if it's one of these. Bunch of Apex to the north, so it's probably not that. I mean, I liked that idea in Dragon Ball Metal, so I think it could work there too. And for different, similar but different reasons. Lol, Caroline knows. Something I've been having a phenomenon of recently is I'll play a game and it'll put me in the mood to play another game. And I don't know if there's like a direct correlation there or not, but it's just kind of interesting to me to think about. Anything? Bueller? Okay. For example, when I was playing FF2, felt crazy. I was actually really wanting to play the Pixel remaster of FF2, just to see how it'd be. But while I've been playing this game, I've been in a really weird mood to play FF12. Go figure. Actually, there's one other FF that I've been in a vague mood to play, which is 9. I have no idea why. Well, see, I can't play FF14. I have to wait until all the patch content's out. I'm basically done with 14, though. Everyone's leveled. Everyone's ready to go. That's not true. I need to very nicely ask Valerian to help me skip gearing. Yes and yes, respectively, Gaga. Yeah, I know, same vibe. Same vibe. And yeah, FF12, I am very fond of FF12. Until it gets to a certain point in the game. I can point to it very specifically. It's right when you head to Giruvegan. The moment you start the trip to Giruvegan, it's like, I'm good. And I can just put the game down at that point. I don't think Valerian's made all the gear, and I'm not pressuring him because, you know, tons of other stuff going on right now. Yeah, at some point, with all that incredible free time I have, haha, I need to sit down and actually max out all of my crafting in WoW. All of my crafting. I have a crafter of everything I have since Legion, but I haven't touched any of it since Legion. Oh yeah, no, the phrase I've used before is FF10, 10.2, and 12 are all flawed masterpieces. All three games are way better than they have any right to be. But they're all also severely flawed games, and in different ways, too. That's the best part. Like, FF10 is like, oh, man, but also, ugh. Leveling in FF10 is a pain. Almost every bit of side content in FF10 is awful. Where is this? Way up here. There are other things I could complain about. Obviously, the voice acting has its own issues, but more like the editing has some issues. There's some localization issues, because they hadn't figured out how to... No? This is E6. I need D6. Because they hadn't figured out how to do voice, you know, written word yet. I did, Ross. I didn't get a chance to watch the run, obviously, but I did see that they did it. Was it a really boring run? Like every other speedrun I've seen of that game has been? 80 minutes. They did the get married. Who did Byleth marry? Hilda. I don't actually know who that is off the top of my head. Where the hell? Okay, I am at D6. Where the hell is the flux? Oh, there it is. God damn it. Oh man, Kirby Air Riders. I've been kind of not wanting to spoil myself on that game. But there's one thing I know about it, and it made me go, oh, hell yeah. No? There it is. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Okay. There you go. Yeah, by the way, fun little factoid. One of the things I did last night was I helped the Lord Rani get the the DS translation mod for the Pixel Remaster of FF4 going. And let me tell you, that was a thing. Because, and I mentioned this on Discord, the documentation is wrong. The installation guide is inaccurate. And the mod is abandoned. So it's not being supported anymore. I did get it working, but Jesus Christ, that was some hoop jumping. What I find, if I may for just a second, what I find especially funny is that we had a specific cutscene loaded to test if it was working or not, and holy God, the difference is night and day. It's really bad when you do them side by side. It's like, oh, okay. Where's Prish? Why isn't she here? She's dead, Olmia. We'll have to comfort each other in our grief. Oh, I see. Our search for her continues. This may sound strange, but as I lay dreaming, I'm sure I heard Prish's voice calling to me. I believe she is somewhere deep in the bowels of this dreadful realm. Please, help me find Prish. We must all escape this awful place. Together! Yes, Olmia. Together. And I tentatively reach out to hold her hand. Sorry. Yeah, what's funny is I figured it'd be an easy mod to do because it's Unity, right? The Pixel Remasters are Unity. Nope. I had to install a mod framework, then another mod, then another mod. It was when you first get to Kaipo, first of all. I wish I had written down the exact dialogue because it's so... You know what? Hang on. Hold up. What was the category, Ross? Because that changes that. Either way, I'm going to say about... Well, no, I need another category. Because it's either about 5 minutes or about 20. Maybe 40, depending on what they're going for. Any percent luck mode? Yeah, I'm going to go with 5 minutes then. $16.44. Jesus. Here it is. All right, so let me do a back and forth, okay? You ready for this? You ready for this? Okay, so... Welcome! Oh, she looks very pale. Is she all right? Get her to bed, quickly. She can rest here free of charge. Now that sounds fine until you start to break it apart. Because that dialogue is... It commits a very common sin that a lot of literal translations do. It uses modern parlance, right? The terminology free of charge doesn't exist in the era of FF4. Just to name one specific example. That sounds like something that someone would say now, which is the issue. By contrast, in the DS version, what it says over here is, "Hail, traveler!" Oh my, I've not seen a child so pale. Please, get her to her bed. You needn't worry about payment. You see the difference? Immediate difference, just with one line. Let's fast forward a little bit. Later on, the general shows up in the middle of the night. In the GBA version, he says, "I am here on the king's orders. All summoners from Mist must be annihilated. Hand over the girl now." I don't feel the need to explain why that line is dumb. In the DS version, it says, "Our orders come directly from His Majesty's own mouth. Surrender the girl and he will pardon all you've done. The inhabitants of Mist represent a threat to us all. They must not be allowed to live." You see the immediate contrast. These are such relatively irrelevant lines, too. Like, these are not big, super doomy plot scenes. This is just dialogue. Yeah, it's also not a proper usage of annihilated, among other things. The problem, again, the problem is its literal translation. If you search for the word annihilate, you'll actually find it. Here, I'll actually do it right now. 13 times in the GBA script. Every single time what it means is kill. That's their transliteration of the word, kill. all summoners from Mist must be killed. It is our job to kill the girl. We have to go kill the four fiends, etc. Right? Same general concept. If you remember back in FF6 on the SNES version, they used to refer to smashing enemies or smashing Kefka. That was same vibe there, right? Anyways, I'll stop ranting about that, but let me just tell you, holy God. My eyes have been opened. Eliminated would have been a much better it's still kind of lacking flavor, but it would have been a better transliteration. Hey Noctis, I know that feel. I really, really do. Yeah, fun fact, when I was doing my 6-hour drives recently, it's plural, something that I did not plan for happened, which is on me. I actually lost connection. I lost internet, because I was just in patchy areas. Which, when all of your entertainment relies on being online, yeah. Anyways, point being, it's been interesting. But we got it working. We got the mod working. Woo! So I can confirm it's doable. Hang on. There we go. Okay. By Altana's tears. If we go any further, we will plunge into the emptiness. We must backtrack and find another path. Laura, was something I... Ah, good to see you're all safe and well. Nagbolada. God, I hate his name. Seems Diablo spoke the truth. Although I did think it strange that one could enter the emptiness without being devoured by its darkness. You've met with Diablos? Yes, in his dream world of Dynamis. He said if I helped you, Lore Runner, we would find a way out of this place. Help Lore Runner? Does the exit lie in this direction? Yeah. Very well, then step aside. There is little light remaining within this vessel. I'd say the localization of FF11 is decent. I'd probably put it around on the level of FF10's. It has a lot of the same problems that FF10's does. It's easier to read than to speak, which is a fairly huge issue with regards to FF10's translation. But it is still functional, and there's no major issues or flaws, and it is indeed better than the GBA localization I was just sharing. I've also noticed it has been getting noticeably improved as we move forward, so that's related. I don't know if this is Alexander. Celsius, as long as I have breath in my body, I will find you, no matter what it takes. Oh, that's right, this is Koji Fox. That's right, I knew that. I knew that. Just for you, Kiga. Just for you. Jesus Christ, Ross. Like, I feel you. Flights have become terrible. You're probably wondering why I drove 6 hours instead of taking a flight. And if you're wondering that, you haven't tried to get a flight lately. Yeah. Dead end. Show yourself, Celsius. Wait, where's my dudes? Cecil, you've just encountered an enemy. Remember, these enemies can be killed instantly by your infinite power. To use your infinite power, summon your trusts, then select an enemy and make sure to attack them. In order to attack an enemy, select the enemy, and then select the attack button. I only knew one person who lived in Idaho, and I shall not mention who it is, but I was not fond of them. They wanted me to move up there with them. I said no. You're all beneath me. There we go. I mean, there's FF10 too, Giga. Lord Diablos. Prish! So we meet again, he who is one with Celsius. Now that the light of the fourth crystal has been robbed, it will not be long before this land is infested by the emptiness. I fear it may be impossible to thwart the plans of Celsius. If only I'd realized earlier what he was attempting. He's a good guy, right, Celsius? Like, everything in the universe indicates that he's a good guy, and everyone's like, he's the villain! No, he's not. Diablos, are you saying what he's up to? Is he truly planning to thrust Vana'diel into the emptiness of the abyss? That may be the ultimate result of his actions, but I don't feel it was his original intention. No, I learned of the true ambition of Celsius in the form of a dream. The dream of this girl. Celsius has come from Altair on a mission to protect the Celestial Capital. Where? It's ridiculous. The Celestial Capital was destroyed without a trace when the Zillar tried to open the gates of paradise over 10,000 years ago. Child of the Kulu, Altair was not destroyed as you thought. It still remains intact, its residents alive, resting in a safe place. A safe place? Beyond the fifth crystal. Lore Runner, seek out the final Mother Crystal. There you will find the truth you seek. I don't understand. Are you saying there's a hidden realm beyond the fifth crystal? And the gates of paradise. They could also be... Ha ha ha! Foolish children. Do you still aimlessly seek the dream of paradise? I must warn you, it is not your will that guides you to the gates, but the will of Promathia. You and every other soul in this world are slaves to the will of the Twilight God until Lore Runner over there kills him. And that's why Bahamut, keeper of the gates of paradise, has set out to destroy you. Will of Promathia? Promethea's curse on mankind! So the true reason Bahamut has deemed us enemies lies in this curse. Lord Diablos, is there any way to break the chains of Promathia? There is one way. Long ago, remnants of the Kulu came to me and asked me to release them from the chains of Promathia. I did as they asked, however, the result was tragic. The Kulu lost their original selves. Children of Vana'diel, Promethea's curse is necessary for the survival of your species. Without it, you would be nothing. It is only a curse because that is the name you have given it. It is only chains because that is what you make it. But if we're not purified of this curse, whether it is one or not, there is no avoiding battle with the Worm King. Even if we're victorious, there's no stopping the emptiness from swallowing all life. There are no roads left for you to travel. Phoenix has been reduced to a mere fragment of her former self, while Fenrir, Guardian of Tomorrow, remains powerless. And Carbuncle, Bringer of Rainbows, still ponders over whether to lend his hand to your cause. I hear he's been talking to a boy named Alphinaud. This is because he realizes he cannot save both of you. He must choose one, mankind or Vana'diel. We must learn from Celsius and the mistakes he has made. In attempting to save both sides, he has only caused them much pain. But that does not take away from the fact that he tried! Trish? Diablos! If you had anything to close to a soul, you'd know that pain comes with the package. There ain't no way around it. That's what makes us who we are. You ain't nothing but an empty shell. What happened to your soul? If you're gonna live the life in fear of hurting someone, you'll never be able to save anything. You know nothing, girl. If you're so adamant about your cause, why not carry the pain of all Vana'diel on your own? Sacrifice yourself for this world and its children. If you die, Bahamut's pact would be broken and Vana'diel would be saved. Well, break the pact? Why didn't I think of that? Kill the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Alright. Punch! Frisch, wait! Nah! Okay. I'm with Rax. I do think the dialogue stutters a bit. I know. But I do think it's a little bit too repetitious. However, I think we're going to go kill Promathia. And that's going to, like, fix everything. I'm shocked no one's thought of it before. It's like, can we just go kill God? Please? Can we go kill God? Please? Okay. That's why my character's just sitting around eating popcorn. I'm just waiting for someone to finally be like, all right, let's kill God. And I'll be like, huh? Finally! Throw the popcorn away. No. No! God, why? Why hast thou forsaken me, God? Is it 'cause I killed you? No, wait, it's a body. Just a body? Why does this keep happening to us? Oh, we gotta tell someone. But before we do, please stop robbing me while I'm asleep. I hate these kids so much. I'm gonna murder them. I'm gonna murder them, and then I'm gonna murder their hair. Separately. And they stole the amulet again. And they gave it back. Mr. Nagbolata, we're glad to see you're okay. We're also evil. Lady Eshentarl, God, I don't know how to... Lady Esha was so worried about you. We were so worried about you, too. I don't need your platitudes. What I need to know is why you three activated the ruins of Soja. Do you realize what you've done? Or were we just causing trouble as usual? It wasn't like that. It was Lady Esha. She asked the adventurers to do it. This is Esha's doing. What could she be up to? Did she activate the ruins to seal Diablos, or could it be? Mr. Nagbolata was really mad. Mr. Nagbolata has steam coming out of his ears. What do we do? We didn't get a chance to tell him about Prish. She's still lying in front of that tower over there. But even if we leave her like that, she'll probably won't die. But if Prish finds us, we definitely will die. Which means we leave her like that and stay alive! We're evil! So the fifth crystal is an Alteo. What? I'm awake, what? Title, The Lost One. Why are they dancing? I don't know. The next quest is called Three Paths. It's like 4 pages long. Wait, no, I'm wrong, aren't I? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on, I just had a despair wave hit me. Yeah, it's not 4 pages, it's closer to 12. Oh, gosh, Dr. Winter, let me think about that. I never answered your earlier question, either. Sorry. Other than StarCraft, of course. Lure Runner, I was starting to worry about you. You alright? I heard from Louverance you weren't able to get the box back, but at least you're in one piece. Somebody up there is smiling down on you, that's for sure. Master Sid and, Sir Lure Runner, I commend your adventurers on your efficient method of transportation. Yeah, I can teleport. After our ordeal, Tenzin and Olmia made it safely back to Sandoria. However, there's still no signs of Prish. I can only pray she was as resourceful as Lore Runner in escaping from the glacier. Well, I got some bad news for you. Communications have been sent out from all 3 nations from Juno. Prish is wanted on criminal charges. The Duchy has issued a warrant for her immediate arrest. It's preposterous. When Prish sang her song, Celsius was able to escape. Nagmalada believes Prish and the boy are working together. Prish's song, the fourth verse of the song. But where did she learn it? I don't know, but one thing is for certain. We must find Prish before Juno does. We can ask her of the song and the keeper of the apocalypse. Yes, and of Bahamut. What was she trying to tell us? How to break the pact with the Worm King? How to remonstrate his actions? The pact. When the keeper of the apocalypse arrives, Bahamut shall destroy mankind. Destroy mankind? You mean to tell me the conqueror of the skies, Bahamut, is planning a mass genocide? On my teeth? Unfortunately, yes. As far as we know, the keeper of the apocalypse has already arrived in the form of the boy Celsius. Sent by the ancients from the celestial capital of Altaio, Celsius' coming is foretold in mankind's pact with Bahamut. That's why Bahamut too has awoken. And now the Worm King has begun calling upon his slumbering minions. He's forming an army to fulfill a pact. We traveled to the den of the terrestrial avatar, however, he would not listen to our pleas. His heart is stained with anger, there's no way to cleanse it. That is why the only option left is to somehow break the pact. But how? Break the pact? That can't be hard. Let's think about it. Keeper comes, Bahamut wipes up mankind. Keeper comes, Bahamut wipes up mankind. Keeper comes, Bahamut... Wait a minute, that's it! What if the Keeper of the Apocalypse never comes? God, his teeth are terrifying. Then Bahamut would not have to... I don't know if this is what Prish is trying to say, but if we can do something about the Keeper, Bahamut will have a pact to fulfill. Vana'diel will be saved. Can't we just kill Bahamut? We don't know who the Keeper is. Celsius. Capturing the boy has been our mission from the start. It may be a nearly impossible task, but if we had the assistance of Carbuncle, bringer of rainbows. Tenzin, if it's alright, I would like to try and locate Prish. Prish has the ability to communicate with Celsius. Maybe she knows something we have yet to realize. I'm going to further investigate the celestial capital of Altaio. If this is where the boy came from, there must be a path. Split into 3 paths! Why didn't I think of that? What are you going to do, little runner? Kill myself. I'm going to commit suicide. That's what I'm going to do. I like how the walkthrough says, this mission is extraordinarily long. Where? I'm just going to go with the top one. Blah, 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 blah. I was on the Tavnazian Cathedral that brought his name back from obscurity. And it's more than likely the place that the Cardinal Mildarian seeks out. True, if you happen to find anything useful, come back here. We'll see what we can make of it. That goes for all of you. We're all on this boat for good. We may be in for some rough waters ahead, but you got nothing to fear with old Sid at the helm. Understood, Master Sid. Now let's be off. We have no time to lose. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I need a minute. Give me a minute. I could break for lunch early. There's no way in hell I'm finishing this quest in an hour, right? That's completely off the table. That's so discouraging. I want you to know, in my heart of hearts, that is just so discouraging. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and break for lunch. I'm gonna go kill myself. I'll be right back.